5 exciting Coronation Street spoilers for next week. Jodie Ramsey's web of deceit also starts to fall apart. Next week brings an unusual change of scenery as several Coronation Street residents make their way to court. Members of the Driscoll family rally around their teenage son, Will, as he gives evidence against former teacher Megan Walsh, who is facing serious allegations. The questioning becomes overwhelming for Will, and in emotional scenes he confides in Tim Metcalf that he is worried Megan could escape justice. Elsewhere, at a mental health facility, Sam Blakeman learns that his parents have kept details of the trial from him and becomes anxious that Megan may target him if she is cleared of the charges. Meanwhile, Sarah Platt grows increasingly doubtful about Jodie Ramsey's account of the night she was attacked after pushing her for more information. Elsewhere, Leanne Battersby spends a passionate evening with Idris Nazir, but her unexpected disappearance leaves her sister Toyah concerned. Number 1. Toyah Battersby grows concerned when Leanne seemingly disappears. Leanne's love life takes center stage when Idris treats her to a lunch date, followed by a relaxing spa experience at the Chariot Square Hotel. Their time together proves such a success that they decide to spend the night there, and the romantic getaway continues when Idris arranges an extra night after they enjoy a peaceful breakfast in bed. Meanwhile, back on the street, concern begins to mount. Sam informs Toyah that Leanne failed to show up for a planned meeting, leaving her increasingly anxious and wondering where her sister could be. Meanwhile, completely unaware that her loved ones are becoming increasingly worried, Leanne continues making the most of her time away with Idris. However, tensions soon begin to rise. While Leanne is in the bathroom, Toyah attempts to contact her, but Idris deliberately silences the incoming call instead of making her aware of it. His attempt to keep the call hidden doesn't last long. Before long, a furious Toyah manages to locate them and heads straight to the hotel. As she bangs loudly on their door, Leanne is left on the verge of discovering the concern and chaos her unexplained absence has caused. Number 2. Jodie Ramsey's deception starts to unravel. Hoping to uncover the truth, Sarah confronts Jodie and questions her about the night of the attack. Before she can get very far, Lisa Connor Swain joins them and explains that she also wants to go over the events of that evening. As Sarah repeats her version of what happened, she firmly maintains that the incident took place at exactly 9:10 p.m. and recalls that David the dog would not stop barking. Jodie, however, challenges Sarah's account and highlights several inconsistencies in her timeline. She suggests that Sarah's memory may not be as accurate as she thinks, and even raises the possibility that she could have been spending time with Gary Windus instead. The conversation then shifts to the missing trinket box, leaving Jodie visibly unsettled. Luckily for her, the discussion is cut short when David Platt bursts in, angry that the gate has been left open and the dog has gone missing. Later on, Sarah and Kit visit the cafe, where Jodie approaches them in high spirits. Sarah struggles to hide her discomfort, prompting David to question her about the awkward atmosphere and suspect that something is being kept from him. Growing increasingly concerned, David later speaks to Kit Green at the Rovers and admits that Sarah's behaviour around Jodie has been troubling him. Determined to find out what's going on, he vows to keep a watchful eye on the situation. Number 3. Sam Blakeman fears the outcome of Megan's trial. Nick and Toyah are pleased to learn that Sam is expected to be discharged from the mental health unit before the week comes to an end. After a difficult period, the news offers a sense of relief and hope that he can begin rebuilding his confidence and returning to everyday life. However, their optimism is soon tested when Sam reveals that he wants to attend Megan's trial. Believing that witnessing the proceedings firsthand could help him find closure and move on from recent events, he becomes determined to be involved. As the case unfolds, Nick grows increasingly concerned about the emotional toll the trial could have on Sam. Although he understands why Sam wants answers, he fears that hearing the details in court may jeopardize the progress he has made. Keen to shield him from further distress, Nick chooses to downplay the situation and reassures Sam that everything at the hearing is proceeding smoothly, even as his own anxieties continue to mount. The situation takes an unexpected turn when Hope Dobbs visits Sam. During their conversation, Sam asks about the trial, but Hope's awkward reaction and reluctance to discuss it immediately raise suspicions. Sensing that something is being hidden from him, Sam becomes determined to uncover the truth. When he finally learns what has really been happening, Sam feels deeply betrayed. Furious that important information has been kept from him, he confronts both Nick and Toyah, demanding to know why they chose to keep him in the dark, and questioning whether they truly trust him to cope with the truth. Number 4. Megan Walsh stands trial, but what will the verdict be? A surprise arrival rocks the pub when Megan's mother, Janine Walsh, unexpectedly walks through the door. Maggie, Ben and Eva are taken aback to see her, but Janine explains that she is ashamed of her daughter's behaviour and hopes to offer her support. However, her apology is rejected, and the angry family members quickly tell her to leave. Later, Janine meets with Megan and admits she has been unable to locate Will. Taking advantage of the moment, Megan becomes emotional and claims that Will exploited her during a difficult chapter of her life. She insists she could be heading to prison because of him. Believing every word, Janine decides to confront the teenager herself. Elsewhere, Will overhears relatives discussing the upcoming court case and begins to feel the immense pressure surrounding the situation. As the trial gets underway, tensions are high among everyone involved. Inside the courtroom, Will's recorded testimony is shown, leaving his loved ones emotional. When further questioning begins, Will finds himself face to face with Megan, whose cold stare leaves him rattled. The hearing continues as Ben takes the stand and faces tough questioning from Adam Barlow. Megan then delivers her own account of events, presenting herself as the wronged party while also criticizing Ben's abilities as a parent. Later, an upset Will visits Tim at number 4 and tearfully admits that he blames himself for everything that has happened. Struggling to see a way forward, he reveals that he no longer knows what to do. Before long, Will reaches an important decision. He tells his family that he wants to give evidence once more, provided the judge agrees, as he is determined to tell the complete truth. By the week's end, the Driscolls return home and explain to Ollie that the outcome is now beyond their control. Megan's fate will ultimately be decided by the jury. Number 5. Summer Spellman's behaviour raises concerns, while Asha Alahan finds a new romantic opportunity. Summer's friends become uneasy when they arrive at the bistro to find her already drinking and spending time with a group of young men they barely know. Their worries grow even stronger when she reveals plans to head into town with them, prompting Asha, Nina, and Amy to question the direction her recent behaviour is taking. Later on, Summer is called back to the bistro, where her friends decide to confront the issue. During an honest discussion, they admit they are concerned about her recent actions and encourage her to address the situation before it gets worse. The serious conversation is interrupted when paramedic Sienna arrives, quickly drawing Asha's attention elsewhere. After learning that Sienna has been let down by her date, the others waste no time in encouraging Asha to seize the opportunity and get to know her better. Coronation Street airs on weeknights at 8:30 p.m. on ITV1 and is also available to stream from 7 a.m. on ITVX.